How's it going, everybody? Welcome to this mansion tour video. My name, of course, is SystemZee, and today I'm bringing you a really cool, very large suburban household. As a lot of you know, I don't build these often, so the way this turned out is very shocking to me. I am actually very satisfied with this build, which is why I'm sharing it with you today. And I'd love to hear your opinions down below, and hopefully this will inspire a little bit of you. I know you like to see these little short inspirational videos. Hopefully this turns out great to you, and hopefully you do enjoy it and pick up some cool ideas. Anyways, let's go ahead and get straight on into it with the tour. Alright guys, this is it. This is the suburban household. This is the mansion that I built, and we're going to go ahead and do a little walkthrough so that I can get your opinions. So at first we have the little mailbox here, and it's like a nice real entrance and everything. I feel like the balance of trees and leaves here is really nice because I wanted it to be not overgrown but still kind of gardeny. And the household here really loves their gardening. So that's kind of the style I went with. And I wanted to do the garage doors that kind of curve out. And I love that I've done one of them open here because I feel like this really has a lot of atmosphere. When you kind of being able to see in there, especially if there was a car in there, that's awesome. And being able to see, you know, some things laying around. Maybe, you know, it really just shows that it's being lived in, I think. And I really like that. But yeah, so this is the house. As you guys know, I love to do these little halfway open windows. I feel like that really adds a lot to the build. Kind of the same reason here. It makes it look lived in. But let's kind of walk through. So this is the grand entrance. You walk in and have pretty much everything in sight. We've got over here a little kitchen. Back there, the back door, a nice grand piano, stairs, and everything else. And I'd like to start, I guess, in here. So this is the mud room. This is the room that kind of sits beside every garage and acts as like a storage room for backpacks or shoes, all of that kind of stuff. And I feel like it's a really nice placement, and right across the hall from this garage here, which, by the way, is very detailed. Check that out. I love the rafters because it's actually like, it's what would draw in the garage doors, and I feel like it's really realistic. The only thing that doesn't make sense is how this is all the way above that or below that, because it doesn't really make sense as to how it would get on there. So makes sense, doesn't, all that kind of stuff. It's fine. It's Minecraft. And then some awesome shelves. But then we've got a bathroom over here with a nice little toilet and a shower, which I really enjoy. I feel like this is a nice design for a shower with the banners and everything. And then kind of moving on, you can really see a big glimpse of everything above and below, and I really like the style I went with here. But kind of nice grand window here, but we'll look at that just in a moment. So let's go ahead and start kind of with the kitchen. You walk around, I kind of have a little bar here. A very basic kitchen, nothing too spectacular. I think it really fits this style though. You don't want anything too grand. And while I call this a mansion, it really isn't that big of a house, to be honest. But yeah, so that's that. A nice dining room, and then a back door leading into the backyard. So yeah, very interesting. Moving on to the grand piano, which I really like this design. It's very simple, but I just felt like it really fit this space well. And then that's sitting beside a little closet here. Just didn't know what to do with that space. I could have done a bathroom, but I already had one over there. And one of my favorite rooms, the living room. I really like how cozy this is because it's beside this little green feature. And it's all just in its own little cubby with a nice open window and everything. This is a very cool location for it, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. But then the backyard, which we'll get to here in a little bit. Let's go ahead and move upstairs, which is really cool. It feels really grand. It definitely draws you in. And when you turn around there, you have a nice little window. So this is a very basic balcony setting. You wrap around and kind of have everything over here. These are where the bedrooms are, and some nice shelves over there with a nice little head. But yeah, so these are the basic 2 bedrooms. We've got one over here, which is kind of more of like an office / guest room. Which I think looks pretty cool. It's very basic. Uses my basic techniques, and you can see these potted plants everywhere in here. You can definitely tell I've fallen in love with that design. Nice little hallway feature. This is the bedroom, which is really cool. I've done some really cool stuff in this room that I really want to show you. So you guys might remember my banner cabinet design. I've done that there. I think that looks really cool. The only thing I didn't do is the item frames behind it to do the door. We've got the custom made painting, which, fun fact, I actually built that in Minecraft and then edited it in Photoshop. So that is actually a build of mine, which is pretty nifty. But yeah, then a basic little clownfish. Gotta love those. My favorite thing, though, is the closet. So you guys know Default Steve, you know, with the aqua shirt and the blue pants. Check this closet out. That is the funniest design I think I've ever done because it's just his clothes. I love that. And while, you know, I might be living in this house and have a completely different skin, I think this is still a funny little gag. So hopefully that gives you some inspiration. Really cool idea. Everyone knows Default Steve, so they sure will recognize that, definitely. But yeah, alright, so that is pretty much it for the interior of the house. Let's move on to the backyard, which is definitely one of my favorite designs yet for any backyard. I love the patio setting and everything. So we walk out, we see the Ferris wheel, which I'm not a big fan of, but I had to do it for the person who requested the build. But kind of going on the back, very, very grand feeling. Nice tree. I love these little, what are they called? I don't know what they're called. You know what they're called. I've got 2 of them there, and I love the colors I use because it kind of coincides with the Ferris wheel, which, speaking of, wraps around here, kind of a little back area. And now this is actually kind of a slanted Ferris wheel. It was kind of tricky to make, but I think it turned out all right. I would probably do it differently if I redid it, but since I didn't really want to add it in the first place, I didn't really, you know, go into too much detail and worry about it too much. But I think it still turned out nice, and it filled up that spot pretty well. Other than that, I would have just had maybe like a tree house, which would have been pretty cool now that I think about it. But yeah, so now we have the pool, which is really cool because it's very detailed. So I went ahead and used Prismarine for the base because I feel like it fits pool settings really well. And then we've got the shallow end over there, some beach balls, which is pretty cool, and a little floaty, which I think is awesome. And the way I did the stairs is just using quartz. I kind of made this ladder design, which is pretty nifty. And then this area over here, which really draws it all together and makes it really feel like a home. Got a trash bin and a recycling bin and an air conditioning unit all under this little patio. I feel like that really works, you know, it kind of makes this back corner perfect. And it's in a really nice location, which I think is a common theme for this entire build. And that's pretty much it for the entire interior and exterior. I am very proud of the way this turned out. You guys know I don't really build suburban households that much. I barely even build modern builds. So this is a very surprising finish for my first time building one. And I'd like to know your opinion, so let me know down below what you think. And I would give you a download, but unfortunately I cannot because this was a build for a specific person. But at least I can share it with you. I'd love to get your opinion, so let me know down below. And if you enjoy Minecraft and building videos, make sure to subscribe because I do them regularly. And that is pretty much going to be it for today. I hope you guys did enjoy. My name has been SystemZee. You guys have been awesome, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.